Cavemen can scroll through cave paintings for 2 hours straight. Cavemen can sit around the fire listening to stories until the sun comes up. Cavemen can hunt for berries and snacks all day without getting tired. But ask Caveman to sharpen his spear for 30 minutes. Suddenly, Caveman acts like he's being forced to fight a bear with his bare hands. Starring a difficult project. Caveman promises to work for 1 hour, but 5 minutes later he's already wandering toward the food storage, pretending organizing counts as progress. Here's the paradox. Caveman actually knows deep down that sharpening his spear, building better shelter, or learning new hunting skills would make his life better, but Caveman still prefers the easy stuff. Gathering berries, telling stories, checking what the other cavemen are doing. Why is that? Why do some cavemen out there seem motivated to tackle hard challenges every single day while this caveman would rather nap in his cave? And the big question is there a way to trick caveman brain into actually liking hard things? Part 1. The reward chemical. The answer starts with a tiny chemical inside caveman's brain, dopamine. People often call dopamine the pleasure chemical. But that's not quite right. Dopamine doesn't make cavemen feel pleasure, it makes cavemen want. It's the craving chemical. Dopamine is the invisible mammoth meat dangling in front of caveman's face. Caveman hasn't even tasted the meat yet, but the mere thought of it gets him running. Back in ancient times, this system kept cavemen alive. Dopamine motivated cavemen to hunt, gather, explore, and survive. The cavemen who craved food the most searched the hardest and lived the longest. The problem. Modern caveman still has ancient reward system. But now that system gets hijacked by things that didn't exist back then. Social validation. Instant entertainment. Sugary foods everywhere. Caveman brain can't tell the difference between I need to hunt to survive and I need to check my notifications right now. Part 2. The lever experiment. To understand how powerful dopamine is, let's look at cavemen's distant cousins, the lab rats. Scientists once gave rats a lever. Every time a rat pressed the lever, electrodes zapped their brain's reward system with dopamine. The result? Rats went absolutely wild. They pressed the lever over and over for hours, forgetting to eat, forgetting to sleep. Some literally pressed until they collapsed from exhaustion. Then scientists tried the opposite. They blocked dopamine in the rats' brains. The same rats suddenly became so lazy they wouldn't even get up for food or water. They weren't sad. If food was placed directly in their mouths, they still chewed happily, but they had zero motivation to move toward it. Here's the scary part, caveman's brain works the same way. Dopamine isn't about enjoying the mammoth meat. It's about motivating cavemen to chase it. Without dopamine, caveman doesn't move. With too much easy dopamine, caveman only chases the easiest rewards. Part 3. The tolerance problem. Caveman's brain has a rule called homeostasis. It always tries to stay balanced. Too hot. Caveman sweats to cool down. Too cold. Caveman shivers by the fire. Same with dopamine. When caveman floods his brain with easy rewards, endless entertainment, constant snacking, checking what other cavemen are doing every 5 minutes, the brain adapts. It dials down dopamine receptors. Just like a caveman who drinks fermented berry juice, every day needs more juice to feel good, caveman needs bigger dopamine hits just to feel normal. It's like feasting at the chief's celebration every single day. The best meats, the sweetest berries, the most exciting stories. But soon if someone hands caveman a regular meal, caveman sneers, boring, where's the mammoth? So when caveman sits down to do something difficult like building a better weapon or learning a new skill, his brain compares, easy entertainment. Fireworks of dopamine. Hard work. Just one sad little spark. No wonder hard work feels unbearable. Caveman's brain has recalibrated. This is called dopamine tolerance. And it explains why caveman struggles so much with difficult tasks. His brain isn't broken, just spoiled by constant feasts and no longer satisfied with regular meals. Part 4. The dopamine detox. Caveman decided to try something radical, a dopamine detox. Picture this. Caveman feasts at the chief's celebration every day. After a while, regular food feels like an insult. But if caveman gets lost in the wilderness for a few days with nothing, suddenly that same regular meal tastes amazing. That's the logic behind the detox. Take away the constant easy rewards so hard work becomes rewarding again. There are 2 ways caveman can detox. Number 1. Radical detox. One whole day, no easy entertainment, no constant snacking, no checking what other cavemen are doing. Caveman sits with boredom. And when boredom hits hard, suddenly sharpening a spear or practicing a new skill feels interesting. Number 2. Light detox. Once a week, caveman avoids one high dopamine behavior. Maybe no cave paintings on Sundays. Maybe no storytelling gatherings on Wednesdays. It's like a mini fast. The point isn't to punish cavemen. It's to reset caveman's brain. Lower the tolerance. Make regular rewards feel good again. Part 5. The reward system. Caveman knew he couldn't detox forever. Celebrations are fun after all. So he built a system: work first, feast after. If caveman feasts first thing, like snacking on berries in bed, forget about building anything after. Motivation gone. Instead, caveman must flip the order: hunt first, feast later. Example, 1 hour of building shelter earns Caveman 15 minutes of his favorite entertainment. And after 8 hours of productive work, Caveman gets 2 hours of guilt-free celebration. The key. Caveman must never reward himself before the work. The feast only comes after the hunt. Part 6, 5 tricks to outsmart Caveman brain. Now that Caveman's dopamine levels are reset, Caveman can also use a few clever hacks to make hard work feel less painful. Number 1, turn work into a hunt. Caveman loves hunting, so turn tasks into targets. Make each task a kill, keep a tally on the cave wall. Every task completed earns Caveman a notch. Number 2, start with one small step. Caveman hates climbing mountains, but Caveman doesn't mind taking one step. Trick, Caveman says just do it for 2 minutes. Once Caveman starts moving, momentum kicks in and he usually keeps going. Number 3, instant mini rewards. Caveman thrives on quick wins. So after finishing a task, give him a small reward. 1 section built. Eat a berry. 20 strikes with the hammer. Take a break by the fire. Small wins keep Caveman hooked. Number 4, work with the tribe. Caveman alone is lazy. But Caveman working alongside other focused Cavemen. Motivated. When Caveman builds shelter with his tribe or hunts with the group, he suddenly doesn't want to look like the weakest member. Accountability works wonders. Number 5, identity shift. Caveman acts according to identity. If Caveman says I'm lazy, he stays lazy. If Caveman says I'm a strong builder, he starts behaving that way. Behavior follows belief. Part 7, the choice of rewards. At the end of the day, dopamine isn't the enemy. It's the reason Caveman builds, creates, hunts, and survives. The question is, where does Caveman get his dopamine? From endless easy entertainment and constant snacking, or from growth, skill building, and real accomplishment? Caveman doesn't need to kill dopamine. Caveman just needs to crave the right rewards. Caveman doesn't naturally like hard things. But with detox, smart rewards, and a few tricks, hard things stop feeling like torture. So the next time Caveman stares at a difficult task, Caveman remembers, it's not about forcing discipline. It's about outsmarting Caveman's brain. The only question is, which rewards will Caveman choose? Caveman says thanks. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the tribe. It keeps the fires burning.